jiu-jitsu session. It's going to be an interesting one because usually in this class very few people show up at this particular time of the week. Last time I came to this one, it was me and the instructor and one other student. So, potential opportunity to get, quite a bit of one-on-one work in. And hopefully that'll be helpful. The only downside of that is you don't do quite as much like rolling at the end, like actual sparring, whatever you want to call that, when we're actually doing jiu-jitsu. So it's not quite as much of a workout, but definitely still somewhat of a workout. So I think I'm going to plan on doing a little bit of exercising afterwards. Just some like push-ups, pull-ups, maybe squats, something like that. Just to make sure I'm getting a little extra workout in, a little more physical exertion. The other thing is, again, when you start jiu-jitsu, it just all feels very chaotic. And people are like, so what are you working on? I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. And the more you do, you're like, oh, you start to understand situations and places where you're getting stuck. So, I'm finally, maybe not finally, but I am at a place now where I'm starting to notice more of the patterns, and I can ask questions. Okay, what do I do in this situation? How do I establish a technique as like my go-to? So, gonna work on some of that with jiu-jitsu specifically. When I'm on my back, I really don't know what to do. Sometimes I can kind of get lucky and sort of throw the guy off of me, but if he has any decent technique, I'm kind of screwed. So I want to work on that today. And then I have a follow-up appointment with the Shaman. We're going to see what happens there. And then, as always, got plenty of work to do. And what else? Some comedy tonight. And there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, yeah, went for a run this morning, and that's definitely going to have to be a consistent thing in my schedule. Just going for a run as soon as I wake up, getting my day started that way. It's just feels fantastic, and my feet and my legs are getting stronger. My cardio is getting a little bit better. So that's going to be sticking around in my morning routine for sure. So that's it for now. I'm going to go get my ass kicked. Peace. All right, change of plans. There was nobody at the jiu-jitsu gym. So instead, I'm going to have to go to the regular old weightlifting gym and get a workout that way. So that's just kind of how it is sometimes. Make some adjustments, but still putting in the work. So that's that. Unfortunately, I got to run back home to get my shoes. And then I'm going to go get my workout. All right, bye. All right. So I'm back home, mostly working from home today. Had a really good workout at the gym instead of some jiu-jitsu rolling, so that felt really good. Was able to do some squats today. My back is feeling strong. I also I added some spinal movement things to my warm-up, and hopefully that helps. Just making sure that my back muscles are kind of activated before doing those squats can help my spine stay, or my back stay strong throughout those lifts. Did some squatting today, and again, had a really good workout. Then met with the Shaman afterwards for the follow-up from last week's appointment, and we talked about a lot of things. We talked about different sort of events from my childhood, things that, as a kid, when events happen in your life, you interpret them to mean certain things about you. This happened, therefore I am whatever. And then you carry that with you throughout your life. And then you behave that way. And then those patterns keep happening in your life. And so we talked about a few things and identified some just painful events from my childhood. Nothing like super crazy. I'm very fortunate, very grateful for my family and my parents and all that. But everybody goes through their painful experiences, and then again, as a kid, I just interpreted them a certain way, and they sort of became part of my personality. So I'm trying to shed those things and work past them, and they have placed certain limits on what I believed I'm capable of doing, and those beliefs have hindered me from taking the right action. So that was just an interesting conversation and experience with her. And that's it. So I went back home, and now I'm finishing up that book that I've been going through. There's some very good ideas on how to be more process-oriented. It's really just how to establish a process in the first place as far as networking and making valuable connections, which is extremely important for the business that I'm building. So finishing that up, and I'm working through it in a very intentional way, kind of taking some notes and looking forward to applying it and improving as a networker. It's something that I feel like has always held me back, struggling to connect with people and build productive relationships. So, yeah, those are just my thoughts right now. Getting some reading done on the couch. Gonna be doing some comedy later tonight. Maybe some other things in between. So that's it for now. Bye.